Good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Orkubera, and this is the first live stream on this channel in 2020, and the first live stream probably within the past year and a half. Today's news is Binance and CoinMarketCap. Now, Binance has been making headlines recently for a lot of things, one of which is the debit card. They've unveiled that. The world economy is collapsing currently. There's this whole virus thing going on. Yeah, 800,000 plus cases. And we are approaching the very last few hours, at least here in Europe, of March. So welcome April. And some people are saying it's April Fool's, but Binance is most likely going to acquire CoinMarketCap. It still hasn't gone through. And if they would acquire it, it would be around $400 million. We're going to read some of the comments on our cryptocurrency, the subreddit, and our Bitcoin, because they've been making some very interesting comments about this, and I get it. It is a big deal. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. If you're enjoying your quarantine, or if you're one of the workers that are forced to still go outside, stay safe, and I wish you all the best. Hopefully the situation gets resolved within the next few months, I guess, because the next 2-3 weeks it's probably still going to be the same wherever you are in the world. You're going to be affected by the situation. However, Bitcoin is doing pretty well. It's at $6,500. The market cap for all cryptocurrencies are approaching 183 billion. And most of the changes over the past 24 hours are positive here. So I see that the most drastic change was by Bitcoin at 12.57%. Then we have Waves, BE chain, GX chain, IOTA. So there's been a lot of green all across the past 24 hours. Now, with Binance, a lot of people are saying that it's similar to Justin Sun taking over Steemit. And Steemit, I made a video on that recently where they did a revolution because they wanted to be fully decentralized. And they said this goes against the very idea of decentralization. And you had a lot of these camps in cryptocurrency as of the past year. There was the whole battle, 2-3 years ago about Bitcoin Cash and the other Bitcoin alternatives out there, which most of those projects failed. A lot of people laughed at that. Some people were calling the other scammers. One of the project members of the most popular coins, coin alternatives, was claiming that he was Satoshi Nakamoto. And it was just a big laughing stock. There was a lot of drama. People didn't really know what was going on. Institutional investors were scared. But recently, most recently, when Justin Sun from Tron, which is a pretty popular project, also was worth over $1 billion, was one of the few cryptocurrency projects that was worth over that. When he took over Steemit, a much smaller project, it was around $50 million at the time. When he bought it, which we don't know the exact details of it, but it seems that he wanted to take control of Steemit fully. And let me just check something here on the live stream very quickly. Let me go to my channel, make sure that everything's okay. If you're watching and if you have any weird audio issues, let me know. So let's just check it out. All right, perfect. So everything's good. If I'm live streaming directly from desktop, it is. All right, let's go. So when Justin Sun took over Steemit, there was a revolution, and they wanted to take it back into their own hands. So some of the main moderators created Hive.io, and that's why Steemit recently had a pump, because the users wanted to get away. Welcome, Marcus. All right, all good. Some of the users wanted to get away from Justin Sun. Now, a lot of people on Reddit, where Reddit is a very vocal community, where whether it's politics or finance or the recent coronavirus scandals, they're pretty vocal about their opinions, and a lot of people are saying that they're going to move away from CoinMarketCap. If this is the case, they're going to move to CoinGecko or some other alternative sites. They're upset with Binance because this shouldn't be happening in cryptocurrency. I'm going to take a stance that I get it. It's business. These are the largest corporations that are making mergers. And some people are saying, why is this worth $400 million? It's just a simple website. Others are comparing, well, Craigslist was a simple website, and that is also worth hundreds of millions of dollars, even billions of dollars, because it's simple, it works, everybody goes to it, kind of like the main website for coronavirus. You keep refreshing it constantly. Every single person that is interested in it goes to worldometers.info. They type in coronavirus stats. It's the first website that's there. Same thing with cryptocurrency. You type in like, oh, I wonder what the cryptocurrency charts are, the cryptocurrency prices. CoinMarketCap is the #1 player. And being somebody who has advertised with CoinMarketCap in the past, I know that one of the top advertisement spaces, even at times of crisis, sure, I'm not really sure how the prices are right now currently, whether they're more expensive or less expensive than they were 2, 3 years ago. But even in times of crisis, the top advertising space is around $25,000 to $50,000 per 24-hour interval. So you have people constantly advertising on there. And that is a fair amount of money. But then you also have the side advertisements. And people were going a little bit deeper with conspiracy theories that some projects are paying, and there's some illegal activity going on, that some projects are paying to have their circulating supply mixed around or the price adjusted so they look a little bit better than the competition. And maybe they were paying the staff of CoinMarketCap. Regardless, there's a lot of projects out there. For example, Uber is a very successful company given the fact that they're in the negatives. YouTube is in the negatives. Google bought YouTube and they're still in the negatives. So there's billion-dollar corporations out there that are losing a lot of money. Hopefully in the future they will turn a profit, but for the moment they just want to grow. They want to gain as many users as possible. And that's the thing with CoinMarketCap. I'm not sure whether they're profitable or not. I'm not sure whether they had investment from the very beginning, how much investment, but we do know that the revenue is quite large. It's 5 figures at least, maybe 6 figures per day that they have it, and they have a lot of data on users. And this data is also worth a lot of money. So you have a lot of companies where, even though they may not be successful selling a service or product, welcome Stefano. Hopefully you're having a very good day. And Marcus and everybody else who's a little too shy. The main thing is data is worth a lot. So if they're tracking what coins you're constantly refreshing, if they're tracking which exchange you're going to, because there's buttons, if you click, for example, Bitcoin or Litecoin or even Dogecoin, it has an affiliate link to another exchange or to other websites that are advertising through there. Even CoinMarketCap has started their own blog recently, and they're kind of branching out. So if Binance sees all of this data and they're like, well, this data might be worth more to them, because there's a lot of users who may not be using Binance. And with the Binance coin, there's just a lot of elements here where I could see it being worth $400 million, most definitely, because this is, well, it's a very popular website. It has a lot of users. It has a lot of data. They have a lot of advertising space, and this advertising space has been around for years. And it's the main thing that you think of. So when you go to the subreddit, welcome everybody. When you go to the subreddit of our Bitcoin, you can see that it's one of the main posts there, and people are saying, is it an April Fool's joke? Other people are saying, please, someone hack Binance and make them go bankrupt. That's not going to happen, and that's also illegal. So that's just really, I don't even understand. Then they start going, they start swearing at each other. So we're gonna avoid that. And other people are saying that CoinMarketCap alternatives such as CoinCap, CoinRanking, CoinGecko, and Coinbase.com/price are some good alternatives. Personally, I prefer CoinGecko, although I still will continue visiting CoinMarketCap, because honestly, I don't care if they're going to be bought out by Binance or if they're going to be bought out by some other company, as long as it remains the same website. Now, other projects I understand with decentralization, the Justin Sun Steam It move was a little bit more heinous. I could see Binance turning this into something a little bit weirder. They could probably make a lot more money if they did some illegal things, but I doubt that's what they're going after. They're an exchange and they're already making a lot of money. I think the main thing they want is data. So they're able to hopefully legally try and convert some of the people who aren't currently on Binance into buying into their coin, into going onto their exchange, maybe getting into derivatives. And they're going to be worth a lot more that way, because right now there's probably a lot of people on CoinMarketCap that are unconverted. And especially now, it might be a good time to do this deal because the economy is collapsing. Welcome, Joel. Lowell, I just didn't want to interrupt your flow. Welcome, Project Pocket. No worries. It's probably going to be a 20, 30-minute live stream because there's a fair amount we could discuss, but I want to keep it on point for the month. Hello, Morda. Hey, what's up, Michal? How are you doing? I moved to a new city. We're in a new apartment today, and we're in quarantine. We're just chilling. Poland's been on lockdown, and they just made it a little bit more stringent. However, there's other countries that have like curfews, right? So one of my buddies is from Serbia, and he has a 3 p.m. curfew where if you're out past 3 p.m. and if you're not, a politician or a policeman or somebody who's working in hospitals, you have to be inside your house. Here, it's a little bit more lenient where you see a lot of old people are still out and about, which is a little bit interesting because most of the young people are inside. They kind of understand while the old people are still kind of like mingling and chilling. But it is one of the first countries, it was one of the first countries that imposed a quarantine lockdown, you could say, with visitors coming in and logistics kind of slowing down, certain shops being closed. So it's been interesting. That's why I want to speed up my move. I know it's kind of a little stupid, but I wanted to speed up my move in order to ensure that if a city does get quarantine locked down, I'm in a different city. So Binance, I hope if they do acquire CoinMarketCap, that they're going to leave it as is. Nothing spooky is going to happen. And a lot of times in these giant mergers that are hundreds of millions of dollars or even billions of dollars, what happens is a company, if they do it the right way, the smart way, if the company that they acquire is, making profit and it's not bleeding money and everything's okay, if they don't have a lot of problems, and it's not like just a corporate takeover, kind of Warren Buffett style, then they leave it alone and the company is going to continue growing and it's going to continue making money and everything's going to be fine. We've had a lot of these deals where large investors just want to make some money and they're looking at the long-term prospects of it and whatever other bonuses they're able to get, whether it's contacts or data or just building out the portfolio. Maybe Binance has a much larger plan. Maybe CoinMarketCap is a small aspect of it. Maybe they want to dominate a lot more. And in that aspect, it could be heinous for the decentralized future of cryptocurrency. I think that's more realistic, where CoinMarketCap is just one of the few things. It's going to be like Binance might be the Amazon of cryptocurrencies. So who knows? Maybe they're going to start buying out other companies in other segments pretty soon. I don't think it was a dumb decision. And we're going to go to our cryptocurrency, read some of the comments on there. So as I was explaining, this guy inspired me to explain the $400 million price tag because he's asking for a list of coins and some info about them. Come on. And another person responded in early January. Binance CEO Changpeng Chao said, as the saying goes, if you can't beat them, buy them. So that's a power move right there. And also responses extreme amount of traffic and credibility. Other people are saying credibility will evaporate once Binance lays its sleazy hands on it. And I have to point in there that Binance, none of these exchanges have perfect track records. There's been hackings and there's been people who lost money, and there's been a lot of problems with people being liquidated with derivatives and some exchanges being a little too greedy and making too much money. But that's what happens when you're a large company. It's kind of like Amazon. Sure, you get too big to fail at one point, but there's going to be a lot of people using your service. And many are going to be happy or they're going to be okay. But there's going to be a fair amount of people who are going to be upset, whether it's the workers, like in Amazon's case. Yeah, sure, a lot of the clients are happy, but the workers are upset and some of the sellers are upset because of chargebacks while the clients are perfectly happy. They're like, yes, I'm going to continue using it. There's always somebody who loses out in this. And I think there's a few rare cases where people are upset. For example, I'm probably one of the rare cases of individuals who got banned off of Coinbase. Rare in terms of percentage, but there's a large group of people, thousands and thousands of people who are in much worse situations than Coinbase. I still don't have a Coinbase account. This is years later. So it was in 2017 that I lost my Coinbase account, most likely because I was receiving donations in cryptocurrency and you're not able to track exactly where the crypto is coming from. And probably for my other channel, I had people who were involved in the darknet stuff. So if they decided to donate some Bitcoin and it wasn't laundered, that's probably the reason I lost my Coinbase account. I get it. You're not able to recover it, but I'm upset with Coinbase. Sure, I'd want to use their service. And there's other reasons for being upset with Coinbase. But just like me with Coinbase, there might be other people with Binance, with Bitfinex. There's a lot of problems with Bitfinex. There's even a Twitter account named Bitfinex. What about BDAO, an ICO worth investing in? Here's the thing. So Kubera from 2018, 2017 would have definitely discussed about ICOs. The new thing is derivative exchanges, I guess. So that's why I'm interested in it. But there's also a different Kubera where I lost a lot of money and I was also involved in the big ICO rush. And for whatever is going to be the next craze, whether it's DAOs or ICOs or, I don't know, options or the Forex of crypto or whatever is the future of this, I want to do a lot of research and I'm not going to be reviewing any projects that I don't really know. So we're going to see about that. And I have no idea what this BDAO is. So honestly, I'm not going to offer my opinion on it. I've never heard of it in my life. And even if I did, if I didn't know enough information about it, I'm not going to share my opinion on it, because unless it's a large company, I'm probably not going to do that anymore. And also, as somebody who's going to be working with cryptocurrencies but not going the same route as 2017, 2018 Kubera, there's a lot of mistakes that I made, and I want to avoid making those same mistakes. You know what I mean? So I don't want to lose money. If I do make money, I don't want to lose it in some stupid way that I probably could have avoided with more research. So that's that. I'm not going to be reviewing any ICOs, but ICOs I guess the new thing is very few people want to invest in ICOs. They want to invest in the larger companies, or they want to. I don't know. I don't understand derivatives fully. But to me, it is just so strange that even though the economy is collapsing, there's a lot of people who are just blowing through their money. And most of these people are going to lose their money, but it's legal. It's less scammy than a high yield investment program. But there's people who are investing in HYPs, and that's the whole mentality that I don't fully understand, I guess. But that's why I want to research it. 2017 was a crazy trip indeed. And hopefully next year or in 2 years, I'm still going to be laughing about it. You know, certain aspects are painful, but I laugh about some stories that I had from 2017 where it's like, okay, that was stupid. We're not going to make that mistake again. And I guess you learn from it. So it was a positive experience overall. You know, it's not like I regret everything. So, you know, you just got to take it for what it is. Right now is a crazy time. We're going to see what happens with Binance. I think overall, long term, Binance is going to continue buying out other companies. I think it is going to become maybe an Amazon of crypto. A lot of people are going to be disappointed with that. But in my opinion, it could be worse. It could be Poloniex. I remember 2017 Poloniex. Oh my Jesus, there was so many complaints with Poloniex. That was a terrible exchange back in the day. I have no idea what's going on with Poloniex, whether they still exist. Let's type them in. Maybe they still exist. Who knows? Although I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. But I guess they do still exist. Poloniex is here. Although I haven't been seeing them on any charts recently. Ooh, they have a new listing alert. Yeah, so Poloniex still exists, but they were a terrible exchange. That's the thing with crypto. Once you have a bad reputation, it's kind of hard to change it. So you got a lot of these people who are hurt by Binance, and they're already going to be like, screw Binance for the rest of US crypto companies out there. And some of the moves that they're doing, I'm still happy about because it's advancing crypto and it's getting more people to find out what Bitcoin is. So, you know, as long as that happens, as long as more people are discovering crypto, as long as some people are making money and not too many people are losing their money, hopefully a lot of people from this year will learn from people who lost money in 2017, 2018. You know what's interesting? The fact that there was a big crypto crash back in 2018 kind of prepared me emotionally and mentally for this crash right now. So even though I didn't have a lot of money, it's just kind of like, you know, I can place myself into the mindsets of other people who had stocks right now who just saw everything plunge and plummet. And it may be a good time to invest in some cheap stocks right now, but it's probably not unless you're like, you know, some billionaire overlord. It's probably going to be a good time in the next few months once everything simmers down, everything kind of gets a little bit better. You know, the unemployment rates are skyrocketing this month. This month was full of records. March 16th, I made a video on that. It was worse for economic activity than the Great Depression and 2008. Only 1987 Black Monday was a little bit weirder. I saw a Trevon James Bitcoin video pop up on my YouTube recently. That's another figure. Yeah, I saw him last month on YouTube, not personally. And that was interesting that he's still not locked up, not in jail. Let's see about Craig Grant. Yeah, Craig Grant, Trevon James. If both of them are still free, that kind of just goes to show that even if you get called into court in the US, you're probably going to be okay, I guess, if it's crypto related. I don't know. That's probably going to show. All right, Craig Grant. He has his Castle Bounce house stuff up. All right, I guess he's back into selling Castle Bounce houses. So I guess he's out of crypto, probably. but he's still out and free. So there we go. Oh man, that's a weird trip. Thanks for reminding me about that. I completely forgot about those two goons, but BitConnect, yeah, totally. I've been thinking whether I want to review high yield investment programs and scams and all that stuff, because that's what this channel was kind of first founded on, and I had a lot of fun with BitConnect. I had more fun with Laser Online, and I had a lot of fun with there was that one that started with C. I don't even remember. It's not even important. So we might do a playlist on that. But that's today's live stream. That's today's video, I guess. Probably we'll have some news about what's been happening with some of the large movements outside of crypto that may affect crypto, such as with stocks and oil prices and government lockdowns. So you'll probably see a video up within the next 12 to 18 hours. Anyways, thanks for coming in. Stefano, Marcus, Michał. You have the same name as me. Project Pocket Bananas, Yoel, Dennis, Warpler, and Justin. So you guys weren't afraid to show your support. I'm happy about that. I wish you guys all the best. And yeah, overall, this was fun news. I don't think it's going to impact crypto all that much. I think it might set a precedent for something to happen in the future for either Binance or other companies where they're going to start buying out other companies. But that's just business. So there's too much money, right? There's too much money in crypto for this not to happen, for it to be fully decentralized. There's a lot of crypto diehard supporters that are like, oh, it needs to be fully anonymous and fully this and da-da-da. One last thing, if I might interject. It's kind of interesting right now with the US dollar devaluing and with Trump's stimulus package. I think that's a good thing because we're just seeing new territory right here. Nobody's really experienced an epidemic of this proportions. It's just interesting to see where the dollar goes from here. China is interested in developing a digital coin, so sort of crypto. And if the US government screws up a lot of things where currently there's some issues with healthcare, currently there's some issues with how the whole virus is being treated and various states are locking down. If the dollar continues devaluing a little bit, where recently I saw that the PLN, the Polish zloty, is worth over four per every $1. That was like, wow, okay, I haven't seen that over the past 2-3 years. This is the second time ever it's only been this high. So 100 USD to PLN right now is 415.54. Like, that's huge. That's crazy. When I first moved to Poland 3 years ago, it was around 429. And it did hit 429 this month. So that just goes to show how much the dollar devalued, where it used to be, you know, a dollar could buy 360. Yeah, and that was only a few months back. So 360, 370. Gas prices falling. Everything's kind of up in the air right now. If the dollar continues devaluing, where will crypto go? It won't be decentralized, but I think governments and institutional investors and just the ordinary person might get interested in it. Whereas before they would call it a scam, Bitcoin, Ethereum, it might kind of seem a little bit more stable to hold money in right now. Depends on where you are. Venezuela for right now is just going crazy. It's not even the coronavirus thing. Venezuela's economy was just propped up on oil and gas prices so much. That's why they had that giant crisis. They were an oil-rich country. They just didn't have anything else outside of that. Sure, they had some imports and exports, but most of their economy was based off of that, and there was corruption involved. And now with the Saudi Arabia-Russian trade war with oil and the crisis, the 2020 recession, I guess, there's going to be a lot of people in Venezuela who are even more screwed than they were screwed last year. So there's a lot of people in these bad countries like Iran where their response to the whole coronavirus was just disgusting. A lot of people died. People don't trust governments anymore. And with this whole crisis, they might look into crypto. I don't know. I don't think it's going to impact prices that much. I think there's going to be other stuff that impacts prices, but it's interesting. So we're going to see what happens in April, and Bitcoin halving is coming up pretty soon in May, halfway May. Digital coin, maybe with Neo or a new coin. No, I don't think they're going to. I think the government is going to invest into something else. I don't think they're going to go back on a project that's a few years old. Who knows? Maybe, but whatever. Lol, I don't trust Binance. Different opinions. I don't think you can ever trust a company fully, though. That's the thing. So I don't have anything bad to say about Binance, but that's another aspect where you shouldn't trust an exchange with your money 100%. Just like you can't trust the banks, because there's always going to be issues. Like right now, banks are freaking out. Various companies are freaking out. Governments are freaking out. People are going to lose their jobs. People are going to lose their money. So never trust anything fully 100%. Have a backup plan. Not your keys, not your crypto. Exactly. If you're storing a lot of Bitcoin on an exchange, it's probably best to have it on a cold wallet. Anyways, I guess you have to do this now. Namaste, like that. That's what I've been doing instead of like the weird handshake where you like avoid people. I wish you all the best and see you. I kind of ranted a little bit more there, but it's fun live streaming. Peace.